Alright, well that was the Yogis Garden Yoga Center. Wow. What an amazing place that is. The thing that was a bit of a standout there was all the gardens that you could see around the place. They grow all their own food for their restaurant and for the people who hold retreats there, for the participants. And so that's pretty special. And so we're just on our way now to these botanical gardens. Here again, look, see, like all over the road there, all of that fine gravel. Banana plantations here. More food growing here. And if you have a look at some of the footage of the markets, which I probably should have or would have actually included earlier in this video, you'll just see the abundance of food. It's just absolutely extraordinary. It's extraordinary how well things grow in these environments, of course, and it's the reason why, which is quite a fascinating bit of information, is that half the population on this planet lives in a really small circle on the surface. And if I can find an image of that, I'll pop it on here now. But the reason why half the population of the planet live in a really small circle on the planet is because this is the most abundant food growing area there is on the earth. And because of that abundance of food, there is an abundance of population. But yeah, all of this would have been once just huge forests. And it's all been cut down, of course, for timber. And it's still being cut down for timber. I don't think that there are any I'm not sure what's going on here. Some kind of temple, some kind of working bee. Yeah, I don't think they're a plantation, timber plantation. There may be in some parts of Indonesia, maybe, I don't really know. But But yeah, like we did in the West, just go and cut down all the forest, build houses and grow food. Yeah, it's not a long-term strategy, is it? Or we tend not to do things long-term. Everything seems to happen within the lifespan of a generation. That seems to be long enough. And that'll have to change, clearly. Probably a bit of a long video. I might have to cut some of this stuff out. I'm sure you're really not that interested in me just scootering around these gorgeous roads. And maybe you are, like, you know, you can always skip forward. Opa. Oh, here's the botanical gardens. Oh, opa. So yeah, the kind of pay here as you enter, that's all closed. I came here the other day and there was a school group practicing some craft work here, and I'll pop some of that footage in as well. I'm just going to park here. I'll just take you for a little walk in.
Yes.
I won't go too far because I realise that
Just 2 minutes to do this.
it's probably not that interesting. But yeah, pretty ornate main entrance. You notice that the tyres are flat on this vehicle, so which kind of tells me that it might have been a big thing at one point, maybe lots of people, and you look at the front entrance, perhaps lots of people were coming here. Clearly not now, and they've gone to the trouble of naming the species, as generally what happens in botanical gardens. Some huge trees. There's a huge tree just there. You can see that. Massive. Yeah, and then this just winds and snakes around through the forest. I'm not going to walk through it all with you, but there you go. The botanical gardens in behind Ubud. I don't know how far that goes, but you could come here yourself and you could go for a wander. Alright. And then from here we're going to take a back way, and I will film some of that. We'll take a back road back towards where I'm staying. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that bit. So I just noticed as I was coming past this little village here on the way, and there seems to be some kind of a ceremony going on here with lots of local ladies. Sure they won't mind just having a little look. All dressed up beautifully in the traditional Balinese gear, and the girls too. Remarkable. I'll just leave this camera on. This road gets really skinny. There you go. I think it gets even skinnier than this, so it gets down to and there's a bit of gravel here. Oh, let's go this way. Oh yeah, there's a campground down here. That's right, I came past here the other day. There was a school full of kids here. Well, kids, they were high school kids. They were all camped here and practicing like outdoor activities, a little bit like what they do in the West with those outdoor companies like Outward Bound and so on. You know, with ropes courses and stuff like that. So this is really backroad Bali. Again, you know, abundance of food. Just look at this truck, absolutely loaded to the hilt with food. Off to the market. Can you hear that? I don't know what they are. Some kind of insect. And then this little road down here just opens up into a bit of a surprise. Which you'll see in a minute. There you go. Beautiful statues. A suspension bridge. A really well built one. Really well built suspension bridge. Wow. Amazing. Somebody coming. And then this character here, I have no idea what that means, but they're all over Bali, of course, these sort of angry looking characters. Hopefully they've got a heart of gold. And then this suspension bridge, and as I said, like really well built. You can just have a look at that. That's really well made. And it does bounce a little bit, not a lot. And I might have to just pop this camera off here and just give you a little look down the gorge there. So that's probably about I don't know, 80 feet to the bottom. It's a crystal clear, beautiful stream. And then we'll just walk up to this end, and then that'll be the end of the video. It'll be long enough. Probably tested your patience already. And then here's all these characters here, like, really, I mean, how fascinating would it be to know the story? And look at this one here carrying, it's an actual boulder. So, you know, that thing is really well made. There must be some steel reinforcements in his arms and shoulders and, well, the whole thing really. Just to carry the weight of that boulder would have to weigh 1,000 kilograms. But fascinating to know, like, you know, maybe if anyone knows what the story is behind these characters, you could pop it into the comments. Oh, there's the information about the bridge, 60-metre span. Look at those characters. There you go. There's a bit of Bali you probably have never seen. That road just goes, it winds up, and then it snakes back, travels a little bit. I won't take you on that journey. It travels and it meets up with the main road that we were on before. The incline, the 20% incline up towards Kintamani. And there you go. Thanks for coming along for the ride. I hope you enjoyed some of that. And we'll see you again next time.